Hey guys, welcome back. So we're gonna be doing another Am I the Asshole video. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
It goes.
Alright. I, female 37, am tired of being rejected sexually by my husband, male 39, and want to try sex with another man, but don't want to end my marriage. Am I the asshole? Throwaway account, for obvious reasons. I, female 37, and my husband, male 39, have been together for almost 20 years and married the last 10. We have a 3-year-old daughter. Early in our relationship, sex was frequent and adventurous. I always loved exploring my sexuality with him. I did not have much experience sexually before we started dating, so our relationship pretty much defined who I am today. Sometime in the last 7 or 8 years, sex started to go from once or twice a week to maybe once a month, sometimes even less.
Sometimes even less. That means not at all.
I never pushed for sex, but every now and then I try to initiate with kisses and caresses. But the great majority of times he simply pushes me away or responds in an angry mood.
Ooh.
Over the years, I asked him if he didn't find me attractive or if he didn't love me anymore. And he always answered that of course he is. I have always been open in my communication with him and have made it clear many times how his constant rejection of me and the shaming of wanting sex impacts my feelings. In those moments, he shows that he cares, gives me an excuse about his work, his health, his stress, his tiredness, and says he will work on it. I suggested that he could seek an opinion from a psychologist or even our family doctor, but he got mad at me for suggesting. I thought that maybe when I was pregnant with my daughter 4 years ago, he had lost his interest because of my weight gain. After that, maybe it was because our baby girl ruled our lives when she was born. But the reality is that the problem started before the pregnancy and is still there today. To be clear, I was fit before the pregnancy. Then I worked on myself after the pregnancy. I am elegant, fit, and I consider myself an attractive woman. Enough to get attention from men in general, especially at work. I feel crushed inside. I have no self-esteem, no confidence. I am battling depression now because of this. I am in constant emotional pain and anxiety when I sleep next to him, knowing that I can't have the man I love and that I have chosen for my life. Worst of all, we have a daughter, and my job doesn't pay enough for me to leave and keep her. But anyway, I want her to be with her dad. I feel that I desperately need to be desired by a man who then fucks my brains out, at least once. At least one time, because I don't feel like a woman anymore. I deserve to feel that I am desired and wanted by someone, but I don't want to leave my husband because I truly love him. I get constant advances from one person that I am good friends with and that I know would keep it a secret. I have not reacted to any of that, but I am tempted to. Am I the asshole? I don't think she is.
Yeah.
I think she'd be the asshole if she cheats on him.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. I'm thinking about that you're actually doing it. Yeah, so I think he may be cheating on you. He may be. There may be something else, but he may be cheating on you. But that doesn't mean too wrong to make it right.
I would,
You need to get separated. You need to separate.
I would do an ultimatum first, like one last time. It's just like
giving the husband an ultimatum?
Yeah, like either we have sex, you explain to me what's going on, or we get a divorce.
Not you have a gun to his head.
No, not like ultimatum might be a strong word, but like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like talk to me now because like I need to have sex and you don't want to do it, so you know. And then it's hard too because even for her to do that, she's saying that she can't because she doesn't make enough money to take care of her daughter on her own. So like if they did like a fight for custody, the dad would win.
Mm-hmm.
And she might not be able to see her daughter, but and then she's also wants to keep her family together and she's still in love with him. Yeah. She's not the asshole, but it's like I don't have a solution. I don't have a response.
I don't know, he may not. I'm not gonna say he may not want you anymore, but
I mean that's what it's looking like, even though he's saying something different.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
I kind of want to read some of the comments. So I'm the wife who once was an extremely confident sexual being. My husband, though I think desire is only one piece of the puzzle, he lacks confidence in general. His lifestyle isn't conducive to high energy sexual desire. gets very sensitive when we discuss this topic. Our cycle has come to a really sad dynamic for us both. I equate sex largely with rejection. I get so used to the rejected advances that I don't try much anymore. My heart can't take it. He equates it with failure, because whenever we discuss it, he thinks he is trying but can't do it right. This is not true. He can totally do it, it's just not remotely a priority to him. Whenever I've suggested seeing a doctor, talking about testosterone, whatever, he also gets mad. I've realized it's because discussing options makes him feel like something is wrong with him. No matter how many times we calmly discuss, he can get really defensive. I feel what you've said here deeply. The want to simply be desired is huge, and years of sexual rejection does destroy self-esteem. But we finally worked on communication and a lot of acceptance. We actually talk about these things now, openly and honestly. It's not always pretty, but we reached a greater understanding of our personal feelings towards sex. It's important and how to work through the detrimental dynamic we've created. Don't cheat, OP. Please don't. My mind has wandered there. And not really sex, more just fantasies about a stranger paying attention to me. But it is not and will never be worth it. Try a therapist, try communicating, try asking questions. He likely gets mad because he's ashamed and doesn't know how to handle it. I could be wrong.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend she can't bring her baby to my wedding? I, 20 female, am getting married.
No, she's not the asshole. He's not coming.
I'm getting married in a few months, and my fiance, 24 male, and I have decided that we want a child-free wedding.
Mm-hmm.
We want our big day to be a more formal adult affair without the interruptions that can come with having kids around. I sent out the invitations clearly stating that it's a child-free event, and most people seem fine with it, except for one of my closest friends, 21 female, who recently had a baby. She called me and said she couldn't attend if she couldn't bring her baby, and she's still breastfeeding, and doesn't have anyone she trusts to leave the baby with. I told her I understood her situation, but that we're sticking to our no kids policy. She got really upset and said that I'm being unreasonable and putting her in a difficult position, especially since she's made so much effort to support me throughout my relationship and wedding planning. Now, some of our mutual friends are siding with her, saying I should make an exception for her since it's such a unique situation. I feel bad, but I also feel like if I make an exception for her, others might expect the same, and it could turn into a chaotic situation on my wedding day. Am I the asshole for not allowing my friend to bring her baby to the wedding?
No, she's not the asshole.
No.
I think that, like, instead of the friends telling her to make an exception, they should all come together and try to find someone that can watch the baby while.
But I don't think she wants to leave the baby because she said there's nobody
that she trusts.
Right. So it's probably not about the money. And she's breastfeeding, so she probably just doesn't want to leave the baby with anybody else.
Yeah.
But
then
tough for you and the baby.
Yeah.
Because
like, then you can't make
free.
it. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not mad, but like this is what I want for my wedding, and if you're a real friend, then you'll support that.
Yeah.
I can't like she said, like if I make an exception for you, everybody else with a baby gonna want to bring their baby.
It's not just that, but it's like if you tell everyone no kids and then you go there and then someone in the bridal party has a kid, it's just like, well, what was the point then?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's not fair to everyone else.
Exactly. Everybody else is gonna want to bring their baby.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I think
if I say it's child free, then it's child free.
Yeah.
It's no going around that.
I think she should just pump the breast milk. I mean, I'm not a mom. I don't know how the thing works, but I would say like just pump the breast milk and freeze it and then get a babysitter or like try and find someone that you can trust to watch the baby and then go to the wedding and then just come home early.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think she wants to leave her baby. But it's like,
I know.
You can't.
Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
It's my wedding. Like, okay, I understand that, but like, then you're gonna have to sit this one out.
Yeah. As her, like, but I'm saying like because they're friends. I'm saying that like I would try if I was in her position. I would try and like help her come up with solutions. Like, I'm not just gonna change my mind because you're friends. So, yeah, I would try and help her come up with a solution. But if nothing, then she just can't attend.
Yeah. No, you're not the asshole.
She can leave her baby for a few hours. Once again, I'm not a mom. I don't know how things go. But
if I didn't want to leave my baby, then yeah, I'm gonna say exactly what she said. Like, oh, you know, I can't
make it
because I don't have anybody I can leave my baby with. I'm not gonna, oh, you should make an exception for me because I'm your closest friend. No.
It's not your day.
Nah, at my wedding, I'm gonna have a room where if you bring in a kid, the kid gotta check in over there.
Yeah.
The babies, I'm gonna have a couple babysitters in the room.
And a security guard.
And yeah, that's gonna be that. But it's not gonna be, the event is gonna be child free.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yep.
No. Like, even the ceremony is gonna be child free.
I want the ceremony especially to be child free.
Only the flower girl and the ring bearer.
I think
Those
I'm
are
gonna
the
have
only kids.
older-
Everybody else?
I think I'm gonna have older flower girls.
Really?
Like 10-year-olds.
It depends on who, like, who's
in
around.
the family.
Yeah,
I know, that's true.
Because I can end up with an old ass, like, 14-year-old.
Yeah.
14-year-old.
I'll take 14 though, because like I've seen them try to do it with like 2-year-olds, and they get distracted too easily. So it takes them too long to get down the aisle, and then they don't like fling the flower. It's still very cute.
It's
still very
they
cute
be like,
to like see them waddle around and like the
mad
little
flowers
dresses
left in the basket.
Yeah, it's very cute, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd do older girls if I do flower girls at all.
Oh, you wouldn't do flower girls necessarily?
Not necessarily, because there are other creative things I could do. Like I was thinking to have, I could do ballerinas.
That would be cute.
Like dance down the aisle right before my entrance. That'd be so cute. And then they could like wear my wedding colors. So it's different things. Obviously, I don't know. I might not even get married at this point, but like
she's capping. She's big capping.
Yeah, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I also don't want kids at my wedding.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an event.
Nobody's crying at my ceremony. It's none of that.
Yeah.
No.
Am I the asshole for putting my coworker in the hospital and almost killing her? For the past 3 months, someone at my job has been consistently stealing my food that I bring from home, so I don't have to use the snack machine or walk across the street to McDonald's like the majority of my coworkers do. In the first month, I noticed someone had been gradually taking some of my food. 1 out of 3 slices of pizza gone, 20% of my soup gone, Cheetos bag completely gone, etc. Didn't think much of it and simply decided to now attach a please don't touch paper sign on my stuff. In the second month, at start of the month, my food became untouched, but progressively went back to the usual. At the beginning of the third month, I asked coworkers if they had taken or knew who was taking my food, and no one had a clue, which is kind of believable, as most of us take our lunches separately. I decided to eat McDonald's or go to 7-Eleven and stop bringing food, but then it started fucking with my financial stability. 10 to 12 days a paycheck, consistently buying food. I decided to take matters into my own hands. My friend told me about a reel that she saw where a girl put laxative into her own food to see who was the culprit, and that's exactly what I did. What I wasn't expecting was for the girl, late 20s, to have an allergic reaction to an ingredient and ended up going to the hospital. After work, all of us went to visit her in the hospital, where we all talked about what happened and admitting to putting laxative in my own food. 6 out of 8 coworkers, all girls, were disgusted by my actions and were on her side. One girl was whatever about it, and the last guy said she shouldn't have been touching my food to begin with. I told the girl that I hope she gets better and went home, but I didn't apologize for what I did, and I'm not going to. Today, my day off, I received a phone call from our supervisor, who I spoke to about my issue between after the first month, and told me she can't help me there because she's not our mom, and essentially told me I had to apologize to her or else I wouldn't be able to come back to work until I do. I'm assuming if I take too many days, I'd just be fired for not coming to work.
That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. You're not the asshole. I can put whatever the fuck I want to into my own food. If you wanted to be greedy and eat my food, that's on you. I'm happy. I'm happy that you ended up your shitty ass in the hospital.
Yeah, she's a thief and a liar.
And why are you stealing soup?
I think just for him to save his job, he should be like, I'm sorry you ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Next time, don't eat
I'm
my
sorry
food.
you ended up in the hospital because you ate my food and I put laxative into my food.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Okay, we have updates. Update number 1. Just received a text from my SV telling me the coworker doesn't need to apologize and it's up to her discretion if she chooses to apologize or not for stealing my food. Update number 2. I'm a male for those who keep referring to me as a she, even though I never mentioned my gender. Okay. Update number 3.
Why are you mad about that part?
Male coworker who was on my side told me the girl is going to take legal action for attempting to kill her. He overheard the girls talking today at work. Update number 4. Many of you are the asshole voters are forgetting the fact that my please do not touch sign never left, even though it stopped working eventually. I still kept it there. So when she took my laxative food from my plastic bag, the sign please don't touch my food was still on it. Update
Why
number...
are you helping yourself to somebody else's food? This is pissing me off. Like, this is really...
Update number 5. My supervisor is HR. There's no one else in the HR department. Update number 6. It was pretty late last night, 4 a.m., and was talking to family members to see what my options are. Whether I should apologize and stay at my job or leave. But fuck that, I'm not apologizing. And there's a little more info about my work to give more insight.
Yes.
I work at a senior facility where I work as a medicine technician. My coworkers are nurses, caretakers, and front desk. The girl who stole my food is front desk. We have an obsolete no food or drinks rule outside the break room that's pretty small. We can't use the kitchen to store our food due to fear of cross-contamination. I sort of have a desk to put my stuff, but like I said, there's a rule, and the HR is pretty strict on that. The supervisor called me about an hour ago telling me she's with the girl in the hospital, and now's my time to apologize, or I can come in person to do it, and I said absolutely not. She kept insisting, but in a tone where I was 100% at fault, not her, who has been stealing my food for 2.5 months straight.
I'm annoyed.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have put... I don't know. They would have found out anyway. I was going to say that, like, he shouldn't have said that it was a laxative and just been like, she's probably allergic to something in the food. But then they would have, like, done blood work.
But either way, it's my food.
Yeah.
Laxatives aren't illegal. If I'm taking a laxative, that's because my whole needs it. Because why are you eating my food?
Yep.
You're too old. It's just that story annoyed me. It annoyed me bad.
Oh, and to answer the question, no, I don't think he's the asshole.
Nor do I. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my friend when she's broke because she's been asking for too much money? So I've, male 39, been seeing this woman, female 41, for almost 4 months. It's semi-casual. I want her to be my girlfriend, but she's not ready to commit. Even so, we spend a lot of time together, and I thoroughly enjoy her company. But she's constantly hitting me up for money. It started when she lost her job as a dental assistant. She asked me for $600 to help tide her over. Then the next week she needed another $400, then another $500. She has 2 kids who live with her and a third in college, so I could understand why she was struggling. Fortunately, she found a new job quickly, one that counted as a promotion for her. But her pattern of asking me for money every week persisted while she waited for her job training to start, and then while she waited for her first paycheck. On top of that, she's had me paying for everything on dates, buying her gifts, buying her kids gifts, paying for her kids' birthday parties, and paying to have food delivered to her kids every time we hang out. When she got her first paycheck, I told her that while I didn't mind paying for dates or buying gifts occasionally, I couldn't keep giving her money. She accepted the rejection politely, and I thought we'd be good. But when her next paycheck comes in, she tells me she's giving it to her sister so she can buy a house. So she can buy a house. 2 days later, she's telling me she needs money because her account is overdrawn. This time I declined to help her. I understand she has kids to worry about, but her constant requests make me feel like she's taking advantage of me. And I told her as much. However, she says this is normal and that she expects a man to provide for her. Personally, I can't justify spending this much on someone who's not willing to be my girlfriend. But she insists that all her relationships with men have been like this, whether they're friends, boyfriends, or husbands. Husbands. Admittedly, I have very little dating experience, so it's hard for me to say what's typical. But I feel like it's a bit much to expect me to provide for her entire family when we aren't in a committed relationship. From her perspective, though, she's hurt that I see her as exploitive and thinks I'm being cheap. Am I the asshole for not continuing to help her out here?
No, that's setting a boundary.
She using you.
Yeah. And then when she was like, she doesn't want to be in a serious relationship, you don't have a right to have that high of expectations from someone that you're not in a serious relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like, and then like he's obviously saying that like he can't help you out right now because he can't afford to like keep paying for all this. He pays for her kids' food, and now she's talking
birthday
about
parties.
Right, and then now she's talking about, oh, my sister needs a house. How is that his business? He's not your husband. He's not even your boyfriend. Yeah.
No, you're not the asshole. If you're still friends with her, you need to not be. She's using you, bro.
Yeah, I feel like she is. But I mean, that is common for people to expect that the man pay everything when it comes to finances. But I feel like that should be discussed early on in the relationship. Like, you shouldn't just expect that of someone.
Yeah.
Because it's not all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my biological dad the only way I would consider forgiving him for abandoning me is if he pays for my college and helps me with an apartment? I, 18 male, recently got accepted into my college of choice. Before I get into the story, let me give you some background. My mother had me at 18 and was also married at 18 to my biological dad. Long story short, he walked out on me and my mom raised me for 2 years on her own. Then she met my stepdad. The biological dad didn't try to contact me for years, but then recently he popped up saying he wanted to mend our relationship. My dad had 3 daughters with another woman who I was actually very interested in meeting. So after a few days of speaking with him over the phone, I asked to meet my half-sisters. He denied it, saying he had to protect them and how I needed to build a relationship with him first before I could meet my half-sisters. The next day, I asked him again, and he claimed they were getting their hair done. We didn't speak for a while after that. About a week later, he calls me saying he wants to be a part of my life and had me over for summers. I told him that he was never there for majority of my life and has never once paid child support. So I told him if he really wants to be in my life and act like my father, then he should take up the duties of a father and help me pay for college and an apartment like a lot of parents do. He refused and said I was using him for money and he would not let anyone use him like that. So am I the asshole for telling my biological dad he had to pay for me to go to college if he wanted a relationship with me? I don't know,
bro.
Yeah,
because, like, what?
I think everyone's wrong. I don't know, but I think it's weird that the dad won't let him meet his wife. And
I mean, he's 18. I can understand why he may not want to let him meet his daughters right away. But then you're like, oh, I want you over for summers.
It doesn't make sense. But also, like, if you're getting to know me, like, you're getting to know my family.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say, well, can I come and meet my half-sisters? Okay, but, like, that, I don't see the problem with that. Mm-hmm. Like, why wouldn't he want him around them? Either way, that's the only part that I found weird.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Reddit is saying that he's not the asshole.
I guess we'll go with that.
Let me read some of the comments. Not the asshole, but I'm interested to know why he reached out to you, since he has no intention of letting you meet your half-sisters. Nice move with the demand of financial assistance. You easily exposed him for who he really is. Okay. My half-sisters are older than me. I come from a religious family where a man can have more than one wife. Their mother died, so my bio dad was forced to keep them. I never got the chance to meet them. My dad prevented it. Okay. It's clear he's trying to dodge accountability. You're not asking for much, just what a father should provide. His refusal to help shows he's still not ready to take on responsibility. Okay.
people go with that, I guess. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for a shared holiday with my family that I'm no longer attending? Our family has been growing.
Very unprofessional, not demure.
At all. Our family has been growing, and since last year we started booking a holiday home in the countryside just before Christmas so we could all spend time together before celebrating separately with our own smaller families. Most of us live in small city apartments, so there's no space to host everyone. The house we rent is quite expensive but spacious, with the with a sauna, fireplace, and chef's kitchen. Perfect for a Christmas getaway. Each family has their own room with an ensuite. This year, we booked the same house right after last year's stay, and made the down payment at the beginning of the year. In May, I informed my family that we, my husband, kids, and I, are moving overseas in September. My cousin and her partner, who are expecting a baby, also decided not to go. Her parents said they'd cover her share of the cost. Now my sister is asking me to pay for my share, saying it's unfair for the rest of them to cover the extra cost. Dividing it among the others would only be about $15 more each. But my sister thinks it's unfair for my cousin's parents to pay for our share as well. I'm really torn. Should I just pay to keep the peace? I'm upset because this feels unfair, especially since we're tight on money after the big move. It's also been harder to communicate with my family now that we're on the other side of the world. Though in some ways, being distant from family drama can be a relief. I miss them all and want to do the right thing, but I can't help feeling this isn't fair. Even though it's just $15 each they would have to pay, I mean, you already said you were gonna go, and they based the price off of dividing it by that many people. So I think you should pay.
Yeah. At first I was gonna say he shouldn't have to pay, but actually, yeah, because they already booked the Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they made sure to ask who was coming and then booked it. So
how soon did you find, because I feel like you knew you were gonna move before that.
Yeah.
You probably oh, we really can't do it, but you should have realized that before it was booked. Even though it's only $15, which is literally a little bit of money when you're going on vacation, they shouldn't have to pay for your part. So sorry, but
I don't think he'll notice if $15 is gone. He should just pay it.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's a girl, but yeah. But yeah, I guess it's a lot because how many people are going? Let's say it's 15 people, 15 times 15. So that's the chunk they have to pay. But you already committed to it, so yeah. It's not fair that they have to pay for yours.
You should have changed your mind before they booked the Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
And people have already put money aside for transportation and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late to go back. Am I the asshole for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she didn't come to my graduation? So, a bit of background. My sister and I have always had a competitive relationship. 2 years ago, when I graduated from my master's program, she didn't attend because she was on a retreat with her then fiance. It was a big deal for me because I was the first in our family to get a graduate degree, and I really wanted her to be there. I felt hurt, and we had a big argument about it. She said my graduation was just another ceremony, and that I was being overly sensitive. Fast forward to now. She's getting married. The problem is, she chose a destination wedding on this very exclusive island, and the cost of attendance is way beyond what I can comfortably afford. I'm talking about several $1,000s for the weekend. When I told her I might not be able to come, she freaked out and said I was trying to sabotage her special day. I'm also a bit tight on money because I've been saving up to buy a house. I tried to explain this to her, but she said that I'm being selfish and that I should take out a loan if I have to because it's her once-in-a-lifetime moment. I haven't given her a definitive answer yet, but I'm leaning towards not going. My parents are saying that I should just suck it up and go to keep the peace, but I don't see why I should go into debt for her wedding when she couldn't even drive across town for my graduation. So am I the asshole for not wanting to go to my sister's wedding?
No, I don't think you're the asshole. If your parents feel that strongly about you being there, then they should pay for it.
Yeah. Or even the sister herself, because she didn't have to have her wedding on a remote island. She could have had it in wherever y'all live.
And if you want to have it there because it's your wedding, then like be prepared for not everybody
to be able to make it.
Yeah, be prepared for some people not to be able to come, because several $1,000s is a lot. And I'm not gonna put myself in debt, take out a loan, just to attend a wedding.
Yeah, lost the plot. Lost the plot.
No. And I mean, the graduation situation,
I feel like it had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I feel like she was like upset about that, so she wanted to like add that in there just for like context. But I don't think it's that big of a deal that your sister missed your graduation because she was on a retreat with her husband.
Yeah, and like it didn't have nothing to do with the story, because you're not going because you didn't go to your graduation. You're not going because you can't afford it.
But I think she added it in there to say like, okay, she didn't go to mine, but now she has a problem with that. I'm not going to hers.
I think she added it also to be like, sometimes we feud, like sometimes, because she said that we try to one up each other sometimes. So like to give that kind of context, I guess. But yeah, I don't think she's the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole.
There's no update. Let me read a comment. Not the asshole. Never go into debt for someone else, especially a destination wedding. I'm sorry, I can't afford that and won't be attending. Rinse and repeat. Why should you have to keep the peace? It's not your destination wedding. If anything, your parents want the peace kept, then they can pay for you to attend as a gift. You are not selfish. Your sister is entitled. Don't feel bad. After all, it's just another ceremony.
Take out a loan is crazy.
Oh, most definitely.
Take out a loan? Bitch, you take out the loan.
Yeah, she's not the asshole, but like she needs to find a way for them to communicate and like get over this, or to leave the relationship and figure it out with their child, which would be unfortunate.
Am I the asshole for making my friend who served us pay some of the bill? I, male 23, recently went out to dinner with my girlfriend, female 21, at a restaurant my best friend, male 23, works at. For context, my friend introduced me to my girlfriend and we're all in the same friend group. He told us that he'd be able to give us a 50% off and we should come visit him, so we did. My girlfriend wasn't crazy about the idea of going out since we're a bit financially strapped until our next paychecks. But our friend had convinced us and let us know that the dinner would be half off. It wasn't a place we typically go, but went as we wanted to visit him. We ordered more liberally than we would have for a dinner and ordered a lot of his suggestions on drinks, appetizers, and desserts. After all was said and done, he said he couldn't grant the discount. He said he felt bad and would split the bill with us in order to offset the cost, which we really appreciated. The day after, my girlfriend Venmo requests him a third of the bill, as he said, and he responds that he isn't responsible for his manager changing the policy and thinks he shouldn't have to pay, but would pay for one of our drinks. This kind of set my girlfriend off, as she never wanted to go out or ordered as much if she knew it was full price, and I feel bad for pushing to see our friend. I feel for my friend as it was an embarrassing situation to be in, but I feel as though he should help us out after telling us he'd take care of us. I don't want to strain our relationship over an insignificant amount of money, but he's seemingly not budging as he's saying we've smoked his weed in the past and wants to call it even. This sucks as it's kind of tearing my relationship apart as I can morally sympathize with both. But I feel it's kind of a dick move to not help your good friends out after inviting them.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that's crazy.
Any?
No, that's crazy.
He's not the
offering
asshole.
to pay one drink.
The friend is.
I could pay for that shit myself.
Yeah, like why would he offer a discount if he couldn't? You know what I'm saying? Like you should have checked and
you
let
should have
them
made
know.
sure.
Yeah.
It seems like you were just saying shit.
Yeah.
And then it was time to do it and your manager was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And also like once he couldn't give them the discount, he also said that he would pay half the bill. So now you're going back on your word.
Then you count in favors, talking about, oh, you smoked some of my weed, so let's just call it even. That's bum shit.
Very much. No, very much so.
Ew, like, I wouldn't be... I understand why you're sympathizing with him, but that's not a friend you should have around anyway.
Yeah.
Because...
your girlfriend is right to be upset.
Yeah, like, y'all didn't even, like, he basically begged y'all to go. Like, for what? I would have been pissed off. I would have been pissed the fuck off.
I would have been looking at the friend like, are we friends?
We're not. Not after this. Not, like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay for it. I'll pay for one drink. And I'll pay for that shit myself. What is one drink? I hope you're not friends with him anymore.
It sounds like he's stuck, which is unfortunate. Okay, so that was the last story. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I see like the Am I the Asshole videos get like a lot of views. So I think they do like these ones. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Else you want to see us do? Just let us know.
Yes.
If you have any Am I the Assholes of yourself, like, you can send that to us. And we'll be honest, and we'll let you know if you're the asshole.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah. See you in the next one.